learned from my last relationship, that Murphy's Law.
Kind of like Murphy's Law of love, I guess.
What can go wrong will go wrong, you know?
I mostly just want to laugh because to think that it would go right is kind of far-fetched in my history.
I tend to notice when people think that something is so perfect and so great, that makes it all the more likely for, in the end, to things to just collapse in on itself and just to not work out.
I trust people really easily, and I believe in people probably more than I should, and that gets me into a lot of trouble.
Like Future was like, you know, kids, picket fence, everything, like just perfect, married life forever. And I thought it would be awesome.
He asked me to dance with him. And so we were slow dancing in the kitchen, and he said, "Mary, we're always gonna have Christmases like this." And I believed him, yeah.
And, you know, she was also a very selfless person, and she always cared a lot about, you know, she cared more about other people than she cared about herself, which was always really nice. And, you know, she was just someone that I wanted to take care of, someone that I enjoyed being around, and somebody who didn't mind being around me.
He was very nice to me. He, took good care of me. He was nice to my family. He didn't ignore them and just run up to my bedroom. When he was over, he actually talked to them. And
then I asked her after that if she would seriously consider being my girlfriend, because we had been dating. I mean, we had been courting for months, really, like on and off.
And everyone tells you all about falling in love. Everyone tells you all those stories, and they write books and movies about it. No one tells you about the part of your relationship that can happen called falling out of love. No one tells you about that. No one prepares you for it.
But I just didn't feel it anymore at all. I was so empty. And I knew that I couldn't find myself again unless I got out.
The grandeur, of everything planned, the big ideas and everything, that can scare people, especially when you're not actually together.
I think she was just yelling at me, and I was done. I was leaving, and I didn't even have anything left to say to her. And she spit in my face and told me that I'm the reason my mom died. And that was the breaking point for me. And I just started screaming at her.
My beautiful La Vie en Rose love story turned into, oh my God, I'm in love with someone who hangs out in drug dens all day. And I just kind of broke. I broke down, and I disappeared for a while. I couldn't deal with people. I couldn't deal with my friends. Nobody really knew where I was. I just kind of fell off the grid.
It was just like every event that happened in my life just kept on tumbling after we broke up, and I would always turn to him because he was my comfort zone. He was supposed to be the blanket that caught me, and then turned out he didn't want to be a part of my life at all.
2 days after we lost our virginity to each other, you fucked someone who is a lot older than you and really grimy and fucking weird. But then it turned out to just be like a show. She knew that I would say I forgave her and I would try to put it behind me. And so then, from her best friend, I just keep hearing about all these reasons why she really wasn't sorry at all. She was sneaking out to this guy's house every night, putting more effort into sleeping with this guy all the time than she ever put into hanging out with me.
We knew I had to get home, and it was just sort of holding on those last moments, and I laid my head down in his lap and just kind of just laid there, and he was playing with my hair, which is gone now, which is really funny. And I remember looking back up at him and saying, "I would have married you." And he told me there's only one lie in that sentence, would have. We both just kind of got quiet after that, and I went home.
The difference in it, in my opinion, is that it takes a lot more to make it go right from you. It takes a lot more effort. It takes belief, faith, whatever. Whatever rows your boat. It takes something from you to make it go right, but it can take nothing from you to go wrong. You can do nothing wrong. You can do nothing at all and it go wrong. But You have to do something to make it go right.
But actually, she just got married this last week. So that's exciting.
That's a fantastic ending to that.